Welcome to our latest episode of Riff Raffs Movie Podcast.
Season 3.
60s and 70s.
Woo, there we go.
Got through it, huh? Take 50.
It's still new to us. It's still new to us.
Forget it. Me and this guy were going back and forth with, you messed up, then I messed up. You messed up.
All right, man. So we made it through the first movie, Bonnie and Clyde.
That's very good, very good.
And,
Watched it.
Even though we're going backwards after this, then we're going to be going kind of in chronological order to see how movies were changing back then. This one went backwards, like I said.
And if you missed it, that's because you probably didn't like and subscribe. So you should take the time right now to do that.
And you probably didn't hit the little bell icon like I told you, and you missed it because they didn't give you a notification. So
You're speaking in negatives. All right, so let's get right to it. This is a movie I've never seen before, so this is really exciting that I got to finally watch it.
I didn't see it. I've never seen it either.
All three of us didn't see it.
Yeah.
No.
And I've only known little pieces of, from other movies that were, either making fun of it or mentioning it.
And mine was Chicken Run, because Chicken Run is like my favorite fucking animated movie.
That's pretty good.
And it's funny because the music from Chicken Run is the music from here.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, it's like, what is this, Sergeant Bilko or some kind of goofy military movie?
That's how, because I remember leaving the DVD on, and when the menu or whatever, and they were playing that song, and then when I left this menu on, they're playing the same song. I was like, did I leave Chicken Run on?
No, that's pretty funny. I knew it was so familiar. I was like, this is definitely played in other movies.
Yeah, I'm definitely sure they spoofed it too and everything. Right. It was a huge movie. So I finally got to watch it and everything, and what always stopped me from watching it was the fucking runtime.
I was going to say, did we even say
that? I'm just setting it up. But the runtime is what always stopped me from actually watching it. Yeah. So I always like to catch up on old movies and everything. Right. So without further ado, tonight's movie is The Great Escape. Criterion Edition.
I've never seen a movie from that time, well, except for Gone with the Wind or something like that. That lasted that long.
Yeah, it was. We'll get into that about that. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Oh yeah, they left that there. I one thing I got to tell you about this movie is the first time I was like, okay, it was really good. I really liked it, whatever. But then when I watched the documentary about the real life stuff, and then watched it again, fucking blew my mind. This is the opposite of Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde was like you said, 5% true. This was 85% true.
I felt like I watched the whole movie. I was like, God out of here! Oh, you gotta be kidding me! It was like if I ever got captured in World War II, I would totally want to get sent to Camp Cupcake over there.
So that's another thing. So no.
I was like, that is the nicest night I've ever seen.
That was the first thing that I said. I did a lot of digging because I was just so curious. I'm like, I was like, why do they want to escape for? They're so nice to them. They got so much freedom.
They get to play games. Do whatever you want. You want to go farm?
And I'm going to get more into that in a second.
Right. Well, I couldn't get opening weekend.
Okay.
Wait.
I can't even believe we haven't even got past that yet. I'm just we're just jumping right into it. So I think this is going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a good one.
I definitely agree.
We seem to be
like I said, and then I watched the director's cut, and then the director's commentary. And like I was telling him, it's one of those movies. The second time, it flies by. I was like, holy shit, we're already up to this part? I was like, wow. I was like, because the first time I feel like whenever you watch a long movie, you just kind of you don't know where it's going next. So you're looking at your watch, you're like, man, they still got another hour left.
I felt like I started watching, I was like, already they're starting? Oh my God, it's just never been here 5 minutes.
No, that's the best.
Holy shit.
That was very comedic. That was great.
Everybody get settled in, get the bunk numbers.
Second they walked in there.
And then by the time it was a couple of escapes later, I was just like, boy, this still ain't the one, huh? This still ain't the Great Escape. Huh?
He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. Oh, damn. Yeah.
So we'll start it off with Chops. Yeah, it was a different time, so it's really harder to get the opening weekend. I remember most of these movies are like that because, remember, I explained the last time where there wasn't really wide releases.
Right.
It wasn't until Godfather and Jaws, stuff like that, and Exorcist.
Right.
Those movies were wide released everywhere, where everywhere else had 50 movie reels, and that's it. There's tour the country.
Yeah.
People had maybe 4 reels out, and the guy gets.
Well, no, this is a big movie. This is a huge movie.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, this is a big blockbuster.
The budget for the movie is $4 million.
I mean, I'm sure if you adjusted that to today's money, that's what made it a blockbuster.
But he says his budget is $4 million. It definitely made a lot of money.
The budget though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, but the gross. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I was
Maybe that
gonna
was
say-
the opening weekend.
Back then they were
Maybe,
spending
maybe.
$4 million on a movie.
Yeah,
He went way over budget.
Yeah,
He went way over budget.
bet.
They originally wanted to film it in Hollywood. Of course, that's what the execs wanted, whatever.
Right.
And they couldn't find a spot that looked like the actual place. Now, they actually took pictures. They had, because there was lots of pictures already. Unlike Bonnie and Clyde, where it took place a whole, this was 20 years after this happened. This movie was made. That's crazy to think about. Yeah, because World War II had just ended.
Yeah.
So it was still fresh.
Yeah.
So it was really fresh. It's like, think about it. That would be like 2000 for us.
Yeah.
But it
That's the
wouldn't.
big
I mean,
risk
yeah.
they took by doing that.
What?
That's a big risk they took by doing that.
Well, Germany was already beaten.
Yeah,
whatever,
true.
And the Germans hated the Nazis anyway.
Yeah.
So what happened was they couldn't find a spot that looked like the same exact. They needed the Black Forest, basically.
Yeah.
The Black Forest was the prison inside of a prison.
Right.
So it's like, because if you escaped, you still had to go through that whole forest.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't find it, whatever. So they wind up finding a spot in Germany. And he was like, listen, Germany looks like Germany. We just need to film here. So they wind up bringing everybody over there and filming in Germany.
that's cool.
So yeah. And it's the landscape still has like, it's still there. Like you can go there and visit like the tourist shit like that.
Oh, really?
Like where he
The
did the
prison?
motorcycle shit.
Not
The original prison is there, and they wanted to go in there, but at the time Russia took over that territory. Cause, what you call it? They moved over or whatever. I forgot what it was. I learned a lot of new words about history watching the documentaries and shit, reading. Steve McQueen was a very movie stars type of guy.
Yes, definitely.
And he didn't like where his character was going. So first of all, they didn't even have a script.
No,
So they were winging it. They were just like, yeah,
Wow,
and they were
okay.
doing it in continuity. So they were like, all right. And the director was an editor, so that's what made it better because he was an action editor.
Yeah.
So he knew what should happen next in the movie, and they could watch the reels. They would have to send it all the way to Hollywood, get it printed, then send it back to Germany, watch the reels, and then figure out what they're doing next.
Oh wow,
So that's why I
we
took
already
him.
do shit.
Exactly.
It's like they didn't have a printer in Germany.
So the director said, he said, this was not the way to make a movie. He goes, it worked for this one, but he goes, this is not how you make a movie.
No.
But that's what, but just like I was saying, he didn't like the way his character was, and they waited 6 weeks. They flew in some more writers in there and rewrote his character or whatever.
Oh wow.
Because he wanted to be more of a hero
Okay.
without doing heroic stuff.
Well, I don't know.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. I got
I'll explain more about the characters once we start talking
Okay.
about the.
Growth was 231K.
Yes, I don't think that's it.
Yeah. Well, that's what.
Yeah, we got it. All right, so Jay, let's get the
All right.
cast and the crew.
So director first
about my phone.
is going to be John Sturges.
So he directed A Magnificent Seven. The Magnificent Seven.
Okay.
He directed a couple of things before that, but Magnificent Seven blew up, was huge.
Yeah.
And he goes, he was trying to get this movie made before that. And then when Magnificent Seven blew up, he goes, I could have directed the phone book, and Hollywood would have gave it to me.
Well, that's how it is, though. Until your first bomb, and then then you're out
I said, you
again.
can go by this, 'cause that's the best list.
Okay. So the writers are Paul Brickhill, James Clavell.
Paul Brickell is the guy who wrote the novel.
Okay. Oh yeah, based on the book. Yeah.
Yep.
And the screenplay was James Clavell, and the screenplay was also by W.R. Burnett.
They actually had like 11 writers on that fucking movie.
Oh, really?
11 writers on the movie.
Yeah, because they never knew what was going to happen next.
Oh.
They only knew the escape,
Okay. All right.
but they had to fill in to get parts in there.
The gap, the big
Then they
gap
had
in the
to.
middle.
That's why it
lighten
was so
things up.
long, because he's it's like a Wu-Tang song. That's all I had to go through. All right, so then we got the cast. Steve McQueen as the lead character.
This made him.
Hiltz.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying Hiltz. That's his name.
Captain Hiltz. I love how we always did that.
Yeah,
Every time somebody called him Hiltz.
Yeah, it always reminds me of Leonardo DiCaprio in what's it called? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Oh man.
But he's such a charismatic character, and he didn't become a movie star until this movie. He was in A Magnificent Seven. He was the star, but Yul Brynner was a bigger star at that time. So he was but this one made him the star, or whatever. And Quentin Tarantino loves him, but he always says that he wasn't an actor's actor. He was a hero actor. Like he was a movie star. He just wanted to be there and just shine. And he even gave up lines in this movie to give to somebody else, just so he could just look cool. Like he just wanted to look cool.
Yeah,
They say like that's what Bullet is. Bullet is basically race car chase scenes with cars, but it's just him looking cool.
That's pretty funny. And he is known for being cool.
Yeah, but he died it. Oh, and that was the other thing too. Is he would take all the motorcycles out.
What was it? A Ferrari that he's famous for, like Steve McQueen's Ferrari or something?
I don't know, but he died in a car crash.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Yeah, young age, very young age. Yeah, and
that I did not know.
he whatchamacallit, he crashed. He said he crashed like 4 cars in Germany because he just kept because he just loved speeding. He was a big speed demon.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And he also brought his biker buddy with him to help him with the bikes. And actually, nobody knew how to ride the bikes like he did on grass.
Yeah, yo, he was whipping it, bro.
So all the Germans
what?
all the Germans that are chasing him on the grass, that's him.
Oh, really? Let's put this helmet on.
And then the jump, he wanted to do the jump. And it's funny because
Insurance was like, no.
Exactly. Because every older person that you know who watched that movie, who loved that movie, they'll say, "Yeah, did you see how Steve McQueen actually did the jump?" And it was like, "No, he didn't." Now people, it only was found out like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, something like that. That the insurance said, "No, you can't do that." That was his buddy. And the way they cut it though is just perfully, where it's just like right to him, jumping, boom, it goes right back to Steve McQueen.
That's pretty cool though, but yeah, I don't know where he's going with that.
But Steve McQueen wanted to do it so badly, they wouldn't let him do it.
Okay, then we got James Gardner as Henley.
The Scrounger.
Yeah.
Scrounger. And then Steve McQueen is Mr. Cooler. Cooler something.
He tells you right here.
Cooler. Yeah, the Scrounger. Oh, Cooler Ring. Cooler King.
The Cooler
King.
King.
Yeah, because he's always getting thrown into solitary confinement that has windows so you can talk to your neighbor. And they let you bring in games and shit to keep you occupied.
Yeah, they give you a fucking...
I think they explained in the movie, too, that all the characters in this movie were based on real characters, but they kind of intertwined them.
Yeah.
Also, when the Great Escape actually happens, the Americans were already gone. So it was only Australians, English, and Canadians.
Oh, left?
Yeah, left. But they were like, that's not going to appeal to an American audience. So they had and they even went to, because remember, there was a lot of freaking prisoners still alive when the movie came out that were like consulting on this shit. Right, okay. And they said they didn't mind. They said, "Oh, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool." But they even helped build the freaking sets and everything. Like the guy who, we'll get to that next.
So what? Richard Attenborough. Richard Attenborough.
Yeah. So you know who he is, right?
Big X Bartlett.
That was Big X. We just told you about. You know who that is, right?
Yeah. I know when I saw him on his face, I was like, oh. But I don't know what you're looking for.
What
movie is from?
Yeah. The biggest movie that he's done.
I don't know.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, the old man. Yeah.
He also does all those Planet Earth narrations.
Does he?
Yeah. All the
I didn't realize
Animal
it was
Planet
him.
things, whatever they do.
No, isn't that like a British guy?
That is.
Yeah. No.
Richard Attenborough.
No. It's something else. I'm thinking of somebody else. He's I was gonna say he's a real old guy. And I'm like, no, he's old too.
Oh, yeah.
I always know his name because of I only know Jurassic Park. Mm-hmm. That's the only movie I know that he was in. So I was like, when I saw him young, I was like, wow, okay, I wouldn't have. When I was talking about it with somebody, I'm like, oh yeah, he did a lot of old movies or whatever. He was like really famous.
Yeah. What's it called? Then we got Donald Pleasance, the Forger.
And real quick too about there's a character, the X. That was a real true thing too. Where they'd had committees. Big X. Yeah. Where they would assign somebody like in the prison that he was in charge of everybody breaking out. So you had to talk to them first.
Oh yeah. That's right.
He did. And I was like, yeah, that's true. They did that in all the prisons, all the gulags.
Oh, wow.
What's it called? Then we got James Donald, the SBO, Ramsey.
I thought it was SOB.
SBO.
Oh, Ramsey. He was the guy. Yeah. He was the guy, the liaison.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's the other guy, right?
He was the British guy that you talked to in the beginning. He says you got to control them.
Yeah. Right. He's like, you got to stop escape, and he's like, well, we can't, man.
He tells him straight up, man.
Yeah, he's like, that's what we do.
Exactly, that's our job. An officer's job is
to escape.
To cause chaos.
Yeah.
So this way, the soldiers will not be on the front line. Yeah. They said because of this escape and multiple ones like this, they took so many troopers off of stuff like D-Day and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
So there would have been more troops on the thing if they weren't going around looking for these prisoners.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, there's a lot of great stuff that you're gonna find out about this.
And then we got Danny Valinsky, the Tunnel King, Charles Bronson.
Charles Bronson.
I was like, oh, that's pretty funny. You know, I've never seen him with the accent.
With the accent.
And without the mustache. So
right. Well, he was in the original Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
Cops told me to watch that a long time ago. I watched it. It was great. But so his character is based off of Floody. Floody was the real life character.
Okay.
And he was the one who helped them build the whole set because he was a tunnel rat.
Yeah.
And he would tell them like, no, my shoulder wouldn't be rubbing up against it right here. It's too high. It's too low. And they literally had they built a studio near the prison, and that's where they filmed all the interior shots and the tunnel. The tunnel went from one side of the studio all the way to the other side.
Yeah, I figured it was just like a half a tunnel.
No, it was huge. It was like they said it was like 600 feet.
Oh wow!
And it had different parts to it too, so that's where they could film there. Do that, the collapses.
You could tell because when they show the film, they look right through the tunnel. You can see the whole thing, all the way through, like no breaks or nothing.
So Floody was the guy who was based on because he was the one who actually did the tunnel.
Right.
And at the end, when they were about to finally shoot whatever, they were finished building it. He says, all right, he told the set director, all right, we definitely got it right now. And he goes, why you say that? And he goes, because I had a nightmare last night about this. So I know it's close now. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
We got James Colburn, Segwick, the manufacturer. No,
Donald Pleasant.
I said Donald Pleasant. Donald Pleasant, the doctor from Michael Myers.
His character was totally made up, totally fiction.
Yeah.
He was the forger, but there were forgers.
The guy that went blind.
Yeah. There were forgers though. There were guys that actually do, and what they do in this movie, with stealing that guy's wallet, that was totally true, 100%. That's exactly what they did. He told they did a little differently, where he told him to put his tunic down or something like that, and then he fucking pickpocketed him.
Yeah.
Took the shit, and then he bribed him. Like you couldn't go back and say I lost my shit.
Yeah,
they get in trouble.
Yeah, that's how they got the camera.
Yeah. So he was based on a true character. Like I said, a true profession, but not a character. They made up the character.
Okay, I got you.
But so every prison had the same thing. They had everybody had their jobs.
Okay.
So this wasn't just like this prison. That's why everybody knew each other when they were in the beginning. Okay. Like, hey, I was like, oh shit, I got you here too. Because that's all they did.
Prisons could do the same thing, but everybody had a specific job.
But everybody knew how to get out.
Blueprint.
Well, that's what it is like that prison. They said, like these are all the people that keep escaping and stuff. This one's been 17. This one's done. Yeah. So I thought it was really funny that they built like a specific prison for people that are known to escape.
Yep.
And it gave them so much freedom.
Well,
to just
again, I'm going to explain that one
stuff,
to you after we get
and
to
everything.
this.
Can you continue? David McCallum. We got James Colburn as the manufacturer.
Okay, who was also in
Guts and Hawks. We did.
We just watched Young Guns.
Mr. Chisholm.
And he was also in Magnificent Seven. So was Charles Bronson. So that's why he hired them too, because he was familiar with them too.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
Correct.
He was the manufacturer?
Yes. He's the one from Australia, right?
Yeah, he was making stuff.
Oh, yes, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like the pipes.
What do you call a mole in Australia? A mole.
That's right. He was building the air machine and shit like that. That was crazy. That was cool shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I was doing the math. I don't know if that was enough air.
Well, it does. They said it worked. They said it worked, though, yeah. That's what I said. It's amazing how much of this fucking movie was fucking true. And they had all the blueprints because everybody that made it alive was still alive. To confirm it and shit like that. Yeah.
So, all right, cool. You got Haynes Messimer.
I think after that we're pretty good. David McCullum.
David McCullum. We got Dispersal.
So he was the blonde hair guy, the English guy.
Oh, the drug distributor. Is that him?
Yes. He was from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Yeah. I know. But I didn't watch it.
No, I know. We know. Pops watched it.
It was a
we watched
TV
the movie.
show.
Yeah, it was a TV show.
Okay.
So, but that was he played Henry Cavill's character.
Which also they got that. That's where Shawshank Redemption got that idea from. With the living in the dirt, correct?
Yeah, they did it too in Shawshank. Yeah. No, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking of Green Mile. That's why. And
I was sure there was a couple of movies, Prison Break
well,
movies.
Exactly, like all the stuff that they took from here. Whatever.
I was gonna say even like the Count of Monte Cristo, they dumped it in the toilet. So every time they gave the pan.
Oh shit! I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I don't remember that one. Yeah, that was true though. That he invented that whole thing and. They used long johns, and they interviewed the prisoners too on one of the documentaries.
Okay.
So this is a true story. Oh, and by the way, this is a special thing that came inside there.
Got to show the cool shit.
Because it's the Criterion version.
Because it's the Criterion version. That's the actual sketch.
Yes.
Wow, the whole prison.
Awesome.
That's cool.
And the prisoners, they actually took a look at it and they were like, you guys got it down to the T.
Awesome.
To every little fucking detail they got.
Right.
So let's talk about that before we start off. What it says in the beginning, true story, the details of the escape is true. Right. The characters were just convoluted into different characters to make it for Hollywood.
And named and characters.
So let's get to the first thing that bothered all of us.
Now we all fucking
the comfort zone.
The comfort zone, yeah.
So, and they addressed it so much in the documentary. I was like, thank you, man. I was like, that's all I wanted to know. Surprisingly enough, the German army, and when I say the German army, I'm not saying the Nazis. The German army were very, very Geneva Convention followed it. Well,
oriented?
What? Yeah, they followed it to the T. They followed. So the Geneva Convention, and I know this because I had to teach it when I was in the Army. Well, one class. The Geneva Convention is the laws of war.
Okay, thank you.
So that's why you're not allowed to do certain things. You're not allowed to blow up a hospital building.
Okay.
You're not allowed, there's a lot of things. You capture a prisoner, you're supposed to treat him humanely or stuff like that.
Wow.
So the biggest thing was officers. Everybody in that prison camp was an officer.
Yeah.
If you have to have a respect for the officer, and you have to treat him with that. Right. That's why they were escaping so much.
And they also,
they all got to keep their...
They were all Air Force. They were all Air Force, yeah.
I was going to say, they all got to keep their clothes, their jackets, their pins.
That's very important to know.
So they were all Air Force because they all got shot down or something like that. The officers that were in charge, the Germans, were the Air Force for the Germans. I forgot what they were called. So they were less Nazi than the SSS and the Gestapo.
You could see that, and the commander was kind of like, "Oh, I gotta follow these Nazi orders."
What is Gestapo?
Gestapo is the police.
Okay.
It's the secret police.
The secret police.
And the SS is...
That's the division of the Nazi Party.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up. I had no idea.
Dude, you're not alone. I had to look it up, man.
The Gestapo, they walked around with like leather trench coats.
They were the ones that would knock on the door.
They were like, they were like above the law.
Yeah.
Right, gotcha.
But they wouldn't call the Gestapo in unless you had 4 or more people escape.
Oh.
So now, if only 2 people escape, they don't care.
Okay.
And that's why you only got thrown in the cooler. Because they didn't have to report it, and if they have to report it, now it looks bad on the colonel.
Right.
You got people,
but now they got, that's why every time they got in trouble, the Gestapo came. Those are the ones that were tearing up the freaking the beds and everything and looking around looking for them. So they were trying to avoid that as much as possible. They said that there was a camaraderie with the soldiers, with the guards.
Okay.
It was kind of respect. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you do what I do, do what you got to do, and that's it.
Right. Gotcha.
The reason why they built the way that they did with the fort was they were on stilts. Was this so they could look under to see if anybody was building any tunnels?
Right.
That didn't help. I thought about it, but I guess maybe they did it more in the middle or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why when they got to the camp, the guys were looking underneath the cabins.
So we'll get to all that, but so there was a real big commodity about that, and then I'll tell you about how that all wraps up at the ending. Okay. When we get to the ending of it.
Right.
But yeah, so that was the reason why. They were allowed to do whatever they wanted to, but they were allowed to get gifts. So
that's what I'm saying. My wife keeps sending it to me. I'm like, what? Through the
Red Cross, the Red Cross, and what's the other one? The Salvation Army, stuff like that. There was all these kind of
care packages.
They were sending care packages. That's why the scrounger had all that food hanging in there because he would get them from everything and use that to get other shit, whatever. And the soldiers weren't getting that good stuff. So that was easy. It was easy to bribe them with stuff like that, with chocolate. And coffee.
So the guy was like, "Yo, chocolate, peanut butter." He's like, "I'm telling on you."
Yeah, the coffee. They loved their coffee and the chocolate, and it was one more thing. So that's why. And so now, after I saw that, I was like, "Wow, that movie makes so much more sense now," because that bothered the shit out of me. I was just like, "Man," and even when the one guy goes stir crazy or whatever, I'm like, "Yo, just chill." The other big thing was, and they said in the movie, is that they didn't want to be a part of the war. All they wanted was the prisoners not to be part of the war, but the prisoners wanted to be the part of the war. They wanted to get back in there.
Okay.
They were ready to get back in there. It starts off like we were talking about before. The Germans, they bring
comical music.
The music is excellent in this one. I think it was a huge upgrade from Bonnie and Clyde. If you, Bernstein.
Of course. course.
The music like just had the mood for everything. Especially toward the ending, like when every time they were switching different characters, like everybody had their own music going on.
Yeah,
you had the adventure music going on with Steve McQueen, and you had the kind of chill music with James Coburn with the bicycle.
Everybody got their theme music.
Yeah. So Elmore Bernstein did it. He was very, very famous composer.
Every great hero should have to.
As soon as they get in, they're scoping the place out, looking at trees, looking at
everybody, every little
the case in the joint.
I mean, there was people already on the roof jumping on trucks, hiding in the. They're like, "Come on, guys!" Scream.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a comedy scene. It's literally a comedy scene. But real quick, they mentioned before that this is a new camp or whatever, and they're like the first people to go there because they built it specifically for them. But like you said, within the first 5 minutes that they get off the truck, you got two guys jumping into the trees. Right. You got Charles Bronson dressing up like a Russian.
Just walking out with the crowd.
And then he picked another guy from cigarette to get the fucking pickaxe. He's like, here you go.
He's like, he goes, we were trying to scout out. We're trying to blitz. That's what that's how they escaped. They called it a blitz. So he's like, can you start a tussle or whatever?
Yeah.
A distraction? Start fighting or whatever.
Right.
Anytime these guys made a noise or a distraction or anything like that, I would have been immediately like, all right, they're trying again, boys. Let's go.
Well, the guards didn't even try to stop them.
That's what I'm saying. It was just like...
But the way they did it was so harmonic. I mean, they're like...
And again, because they've done this a million times. They've done it so many times.
They know, you need a distraction?
No problem.
But like that with the pickaxe. And hitting it against the fucking the ground.
Yeah, well, they also
that is fucking
they did the
genius,
singing.
Awesome.
I love Ives. Ives is awesome.
I was on.
The way he just jumps into the fucking trees, and then they start using the pitchfork.
Yeah, exactly. And then he whistles, like, come on, boys.
Everybody else goes out. People are going underneath the truck.
The last truck had like 3 people pop out.
Hiltz is looking at the blind spot.
Yeah.
And he throws the baseball over there. He's like, this is the blind spot, whatever. And he goes over there. And then they catch it up.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a blind spot because they shot up.
Well,
he was like, all right.
It wasn't a blind.
Well, the other guards saw him, but the 2 guards that were standing on top didn't see him. So they yelled. So that guy yelled.
And also, it was in broad daylight.
Yep.
So it's like, you can pretty much see.
Don't cross that
fire line. Blind spot. Supposed to be blind spot at night.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was funny too when there was when Charles Bronson was walking as the Russian acts.
Yeah.
He's like, "Do you know any Russian?" He says the word. He's like, "What does that mean?" "I love you." "When are you gonna use that?" "I wasn't planning to."
I wasn't planning to use it on you.
Yeah. So then that's when the colonel comes up to him after that, and he's like, he goes, "Yes, I heard you had 17 attempts, 18 attempps." Like he's such a smart. He's like, all Americans smart or smart ass like you or whatever, some word for that. And he's like 99%. And that's where he's like, "All right, Hiltz, that's it. 10 days in isolation. It's Captain Hiltz."
20 days.
20 days.
Will you still be here when I get out?
He really was the epitome of like cool ass. And it was trying to say like he was like America, like saying like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Put me in there.
And that's really basically the whole point of the movie too, is that no matter what, we're gonna fucking keep going and we're gonna keep trying to fucking get the fuck out of this place.
Yeah, because we know if the Nazis were running that prison, they would have been shot a long time ago.
And it was just funny because it's really hard to, like after I saw the documentary now, I was like, it's hard to call them Nazis, or I like to say Nazis.
Yeah, I was looking forward to calling them Nazis.
Built into the isolation. And then the guy closes the door and he's like, wait a minute, opens it up, he's like, gives him his keys.
Gives him his keys, yeah. I was just about to say that. Like, I took his keys out of him.
Well, I noticed that too. Is like when he had the baseball and he was just doing it, there was a key dangling off the I'm like, they just let him have keys? Like, what the hell is this place?
The keychain on the gloves, yeah.
Yep.
So he starts talking to Ives and everything. He's talking about like, how much can you dig in like 8 hours or whatever. They already come up with a plan.
They're going to be a mom, but how big are you? 5'4". 5'4".
He's a jockey.
He's a jockey. Like, what are you, racing cars? No, horses. They come up with this brilliant plan to dig out while they're talking in there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so stupid, but it's brilliant.
Oh, yeah, later on, he tells the guy, he was like, oh, shit, that's pretty good. And they did do that, too, and in real life. It wasn't them. 2 prisoners did that. They had a plan where one would dig and the other one would push it back behind them. Yeah. And then they would use the pipes to breathe. But then fucking steam came out, and the fucking guards caught them.
Oh, shit.
So now they bring in Bartlett. and he's another one that's been fucking constantly been escaping or whatever, and he's like a mastermind.
He is from X, right?
Yeah, X, yeah.
And they said, yo, if we catch you again, we're going to shoot you.
Yeah, the
We gotta bring
Gestapo
him back.
comes. Yeah, the Gestapo grabs him.
Gestapo, exactly.
Yes, yeah. So he was based on another character too, Bushel. He was the one who masterminded the whole fucking 250 people to get out.
Well, you don't get
Well, I mean, that was the original plan.
yeah.
Yeah, but it was still like that. He was
a lot of fucking
overthinking.
people.
Exactly, because when they said that shit, I was like,
That's 150 people.
I was like, I thought it was just like,
That's Moses in an Exodus, man.
I thought it was just like the movie stars were gonna get out.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, just not the people in this room.
So now he has a meeting with everybody. He tells them, first he tells Ramsey, he's like, what are your plans or whatever? And he's like, I plan to embarrass the Nazis, whatever. Because they do talk about it too. He's like, if the Germans don't like Hitler anymore, why is he still there? They should have kicked him out already.
Right.
Yeah.
So he said that's why they can't be too sympathetic with them.
True.
And he says, our plan is, I just want to embarrass them, show them that we could all get out, just so that they're all frazzled and everything, show them that we're the way to be. We're the right.
Yeah.
We're in the right. And we were. At the end, we're the ones who won the war.
No.
That all comes out at the end, because I didn't catch that thing until I started watching like a lot of interviews and stuff. I was like, I feel so much better about that ending now.
They first get caught, and we go up to that and go there. Well,
We'll start the meeting.
start the meeting.
That's
okay.
what he's talking about, what he wants to do.
Got you.
So he's like, it's like 300 feet that they got to dig a tunnel.
Yeah.
It's like 350 feet.
Right.
And we'll do 3 of them.
Yeah.
Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Tom, Dick, and Harry. Tom was going to 3 tunnels. One was, Tom goes east, 100 to 104th cabin.
Wow, man.
Dick goes north, north to the kitchen. And Harry goes parallel from Tom to 104.
Impressive.
You can
So
stay.
they all know which way to go. So Tom, Dick, and Harry, if they say it out loud, the guard don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, they said they're going to make up a signal system so they all know when we can stop digging, whenever somebody's coming, whatever. So now we meet Donald Pleasant's character. What was his name again?
Donald Pleasant.
He was doing the birds. The guy.
Oh, yes.
we just talked about this.
Oh, my God.
They moved the stove. They did the stove. They moved the stove.
That was crazy.
That was the wood things to
Yeah,
move it up.
And then they extended the.
Because they keep the
exhaust.
stove going so they won't touch it. They had a lot of wood, man.
I
nobody
was about to
fucking
mention. I was like, how did they even have
like when you looked at the tunnels.
Yeah, I had a lot of
That's what I
fucking-
was saying to Melanie was that I was like, they dug multiple tunnels,
Right.
And each one of them needed bracing wood and stuff,
Yeah.
and then the last one looked like a professional mine,
Really
rigged with tracks and carts.
Yeah. But they
Pulley
were saying
systems.
that. There were like 24 bunk that were being unused. So if they went there and took wood from there, they wouldn't miss it. You know what I'm saying? That's what they put in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause
but they use a lot
they
of
said they
it.
were supposed to be able to hold like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
So that was only 250, 300 people that were in there.
Right.
So that makes sense too. So now they finally, Ives and Hiltz finally get out.
Yeah.
And he has to go to the committee, tells them what their plan is. And that's when he says, he's like, oh, that's a great idea. He goes, that's so, what do you say? That's so insane that.
Oh,
Because he was like for the
the pipe-
breathing,
yeah, the
just
breathing.
poked little holes and stuff to breathe.
it's brilliant and stupid.
It's stupid, but it's so brilliant.
It might work.
So because there's only 2 people, that's why
Yeah.
they allowed it to happen. Because they said they'd rather see 2 people get caught.
Yeah.
To show that at least they're trying, and
Right.
because it was too quiet.
Yeah, it'll distract them. Yeah,
Yeah, and then he's like, I don't know if you should do it today. Today night.
But you see, like Steve McQueen came with all that wood from the beds and shit, where it collapsed on them and shit,
Yeah.
and that was just for his tunnel because he was doing his own thing. Well, so that's give you an idea of how much wood they were using.
From everywhere.
It was great because in the next scene they show them all dirt.
Coming back and stuff. Yeah,
So the director actually wanted to film that scene of them trying to escape. And he had it planned out, whatever. He's like, yeah, we're going to write it out, whatever. And then he goes, we just got so caught up on things, and we filmed that scene first, and then we wound up moving on. And then at the end, I realized, oh, shit, I forgot to
never
film
did
that
it.
scene. But then they were like, no, it works so much better with the comedy aspect of
Right,
it.
yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
And them kept getting caught. Kept getting caught.
Kept going back into the
That's
cooler.
what I'm saying. Because if it was Nazis, they would have done.
But those are the only 2 that were going in the cooler.
Yeah.
Nobody else
Like,
fucking
nobody
got
else was
caught.
getting
Everybody
caught.
else was doing something else. But there was a good diversion.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, exactly. Like you said, it shows that people are still trying to get out.
Yep.
So, and we're catching them, so that's a good thing. Makes them feel confident.
Well, no. Also, isn't that where he tells him that would you give yourself up so that way we can get intel?
No, that's when. Yeah. Before.
The second
The second time.
I was gonna say, was that the second?
Yeah. The second time when he says he got another plan.
Yeah.
And that's when he says he's gonna cut the wire or whatever, right from the blind spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, they go into like showing them how they're making it, whatever, and that's when they come up with the dirt thing, where they find out that the dirt was 2 different colors.
Yes. One from the yard, the other one from the.
It's so detailed, man. Like everything in this movie was just like so fucking like I said, there was no filler. There's no like, you know what I'm saying? There's no fucking like let's become friends and let's talk about, you know,
no, it was straight to business. I mean, it was like,
everybody was just like you said.
Yeah, they just went through the front door and started digging, springing out. You know, it was like
it's really funny, man.
Yeah, it was like a bunch of kids in a playground. And it was just like, you know, it was like,
what can I bring first?
Get off that fence. Yeah, you get over here.
I kept going by their real names.
James Gardner, yeah.
But Henley, I learned the names after the second time.
Yeah, not the second time. I was going by the nickname.
I wasn't remembering them. But you listen to the captions too, right?
Yeah. Go by
So every time I was writing it, I was just like Gardner, Pleasant. But toward the ending, I started learning their names, and then because then you start getting into the characters. Too.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's when he starts the ferret. He starts bribing the ferret. I was like, oh yeah, why don't you come back and hang out? Everything.
The guy with the bad teeth.
No, he knew it. He knew it. He was like, no, I can't do it. I'm telling on you. That's it.
He's trying to be like, he's trying to be like buddy with him and everything, and that's why he steals the fucking. He gives him a hug. Whatever. What was he trying to do? He does something.
He's trying to get out the door.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like, no, come here. Take
and that's why he takes the freaking the whole wall or whatever.
Once he found out he had the captain's lunch or something like that.
Or he had like peanut butter or something like that.
Yeah, that was really exotic.
Yes, it was peanut butter. Yeah. He shows Pleasance, the forger,
right,
that they got everything that they can use, so they could he can make everything for everybody.
IDs,
tickets, all that kind of things. Yeah, he said that before in the beginning when he first met him. He said, give me a camera, you need a good camera. And then they showed the tailor making the uniforms. And he says, everybody didn't believe that part. And he goes, that was 100% true.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God. Like,
they found, and these guys just knew what they were doing.
Hell yeah.
But it's like they had sewing equipment there.
So,
you know, like I'm
they had everything. You got the fuck you want. Yeah, they gave them gardening tools and knowing that they could turn around gardening tools.
Stab them, but you can't do the
exactly.
Nothing but gardening.
And again, like I said, there was a camaraderie. Like nobody, the officers wouldn't fuck with the guards.
I respect them.
Exactly, because they were even saluting each other.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I'm sorry, that was the first thing I noticed. I was like, wait a minute, why is he saluting a German? And it wasn't a hateful thing that we're used to when it's Nazi Germany or whatever. Again, that's why I didn't want to call them Nazis, because they're really not. Oh, Hilton eyes get out again, and then that's when he answers them that he's trying to recruit him to do, to get out.
And get some stuff.
Get the survey the area.
Oh, yeah.
Well, first he wants them to help, and he's like, nah, I'm on it for myself. And he's like, all right, well, do me a favor. We're missing some information for everybody to get out.
Yeah, and he's like, well, how many people are you planning to get out? Like 250.
What?
Are you crazy? You should be locked up.
You're crazy. For real, man.
But he says he'll help with the tunnels. Yeah. But that's about as far as he'll do whatever. Because I wouldn't even do that for my own mother.
Because he said, I'll let you go first if you help.
Oh, yeah, if you help us. Yeah.
And he's like, you'll let me go first? I wouldn't even let my mother go first.
That's when he goes back to the guard, and the guard's like, yeah, I left my wallet here. Did you find it or whatever? And it's like, I could probably find it for you and everything, but if you get me this camera or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, I need a development.
But they said that, like, the scroungers in all the prisons were known to do, like, dirty shit to get whatever they wanted. Like, and they were good at what they did.
Hey man, we learned from Red and Shawshank.
Then they show the tunnel scene where it collapses on the guy.
Yeah.
And they explained that was real and shit like that. But they had to fucking fly down there. They said they had about 2 minutes before the guy would have died, and they pulled him out, whatever.
What, in real life or in the movie?
In real life.
Oh, okay.
Once that dirt gets in your mind.
Because the same thing happened to Floody, the guy who the character was based on, at the end with Charles Bronson, where he was starting to get the claustrophobia. Because he was doing it for so long.
But he's like,
I can't take the time.
But that saved his life. Because he couldn't go. Because he's like, no, I can't go, whatever. But in real life, that's exactly what happened. He was like, because he was under there so much And then when that first thing collapsed on him, it just freaked him out and everything. And he was the tunneler.
Yeah. But he said ever since he was little, he was claustrophobic.
Yeah, he said
but
that.
he fought it because when he went in the tunnel, he took that fear and he just dig.
Yeah,
just to get out.
He just had to go
and
out.
That was the inspiration he needed to dig faster to get out of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So now this is the scene where Hiltz takes the boards off the bed.
Yeah.
And, Cavendish jumps on it. Cavendish, that was probably one of the names we skipped, but I didn't know who he was anyway. But he was the surveyor. He was the one who would like lay out the land, draw the maps and everything, and know exactly how many feet the tunnel was from here.
He wasn't really good at his job.
Well, he was off 20 feet.
Off 20 feet. And you had to get rope to make it.
That fucked him. That definitely fucked him.
Yeah.
And especially making the fucking documents to that day. I was like, if they would have waited one more day, they probably would have been fine.
Well, no, they would have had to, how long it would have taken them to dig that? It would have been at least another week or two.
Yeah.
No, maybe not.
Trying to extend the whole that.
For that
20
date.
feet,
Another 20. Oh my God, it would have been.
It was 300 feet, and it was only a couple of months. So, because you go by the time, by how long he's in the cooler.
Yeah, exactly.
No, well, that's why I said,
So I always feel like it's
about
only
a
maybe 3 months. Yeah, well, maybe
Another
a week.
week to get it.
So the dirt scene that we're talking about, it was for every 30 feet, it was a ton of dirt. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Every 30 feet. So now 300.
You got to think
so
how wide the
10
hole
tons.
has to be.
Yeah.
Plus
And remember,
times 30
and plus they
feet.
dug down.
They're going
35
straight down
Yeah.
to avoid noise and
Yeah.
disruption.
Oh, jeez.
They didn't go halfway.
That's a lot of.
That's a lot of that to deep a hole.
Yeah, and then that's when Hiltz comes out with the barrel of potatoes, and everybody's like, "What the fuck is he doing with potatoes?"
He's taking all our
And I'm
potatoes,
thinking, the first time I'm thinking about it's either one thing, either he's making the shit on mashed potatoes or he's making vodka.
And sure enough, fucking vodka, man.
That's what I'm saying. These guys welded a whole freaking hooch fucking.
And they didn't bother him with nothing like that.
Nope.
He came out doing the American Revolution.
Yeah, the whole shit.
I was like, they gave them American flags and costumes.
And while they're celebrating and getting drunk and everything,
Oh my God.
now they check the fucking stove.
Yeah, they found Tom.
Yeah.
That's they found Tom.
And then fucking Ives, man, just loses it.
Yo, that was dog hard.
I just knew it was gonna happen,
Real
man.
fucking.
It was fucked up.
Hopped up.
But the first thing I thought about was, for one, it was fucked up the way he was just hanging there.
Yeah.
And I was like, if they show him like still hanging there, that's fucked up for 63. But the first thing I noticed was like when they shot the shit out of him, it was like, not a drop of blood. See, I told you, Bonnie and Clyde.
And I thought that too. I was like, this would have been a perfect shot for the time to show a close up of him getting shot in the face.
Yeah.
You're a dick, and you agree with him?
No. I just was thinking about Bonnie and Clyde. Like the violence in Bonnie and Clyde.
Well, yeah, but at least seeing like the gunshot, Because even later on too, like when he shoots him up close, there you just see a little smoke come out of like the gunshot.
Yeah, right, exactly. He's like,
tries to make a run for it, and what you call Hiltz tries to freaking stop him.
Yeah.
He does that cool jumping fucking backwards and banging into the other guard, and then they're about to shoot him. Then he just turns right to fucking Bartlett, and he's like, "All right, I'm in. I'll get you the survey."
I'm going tonight. That's it.
and then he does, and then he comes back to the prison.
Yep, they got him again.
Yeah.
He cuts the hole through the blind
They're
spot.
like, "Oh, they caught him," and he's like, "No, they didn't catch him." You know?
He gave himself up.
Yeah.
So
And he goes back to the cooler again.
I forgot to mention the part about the moonshine. And he's like, "Yeah, don't smoke after you drink it. Don't smoke."
So that's when now the tunnel collapses on Danny, the digger, Charles Bronson. And meanwhile, the forger is starting to go blind.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because he noticed that he said he made a mistake on one of the applications.
Yeah.
He's like, "There's supposed to be an eagle on there. There's no eagle on there."
Oh, yeah, I missed that.
And he's
Okay,
like-
yeah.
he's like,
I heard that, but I did. I was
Yeah, and then he
writing
crumbled it
something.
up and
He did
shit
it.
like that. And when he left, he looked at it. He was like,
I
shit, I
can't
can't even see.
Oh, okay, I missed that. So now, he says he's got. Well, he tries to like fake it where he puts like the coin down, a pin, and he fucking like counts how many feet
steps.
away
Yeah.
to prove that he can still do it.
And he's like, why don't you go walk towards that door, Trip?
He took his foot out like the long way, not even on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Long way. Like,
Oh, and that was the other thing too. I forgot to say after they shot Ives too, and he said he was going to do it, and then Bartlett told to everybody, he was like, "We start digging around the clock now."
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, he's like, we need to get the fuck out of
We need
here
to get
now.
the fuck out of here. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Now Danny starts freaking out too, where he can't go into the fucking.
he told him the
He's
story
like,
about
fuck it, I'm just running. I'm going to go cut the wire and run.
And then he told him story when he was little and about him being claustrophobic and everything.
Yeah.
And it's that dude, he wanted to go for the fucking gate so bad. And then what's his name clocks him in the face. He's like, oh, what the fuck? He said, don't do that. Don't do that. He's like, but I'm trying to save your life, man.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta go to the tunnel, that's it.
Yeah.
You go through there, you're gonna die immediately.
That was his boy, man. His boy
Exactly,
was to the
that's his
end.
boy.
He was always fucking with him.
Hell yeah.
Those people that were like, yeah.
He's like, Ruse Rava.
That's what's fucked up at the end when they start saying the names, but we'll get to that.
So, yeah, but he's convincing them to go to the tunnel anyway.
But, so now now it's getting ready to be time. So everybody gets assigned a bunk. Everybody moves their bunks so they're closer to where they're assigned to.
Oh, okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, and they all started consolidating. I mean, like what I'm saying is like, what kind of prison is this? Everybody's like running out of their rooms.
Yeah, changing.
You know, like,
come on, you bunk bed for buddies. So now they start sending the guys in or whatever.
Right.
Hiltz comes out first or whatever, and that's when he realizes, yeah, you're 20 feet short, whatever.
Yeah.
So he goes, well, like right between the guards and the fucking...
And the gate's right there.
Yeah, and the guards and the forest.
Is like 20 feet out.
So that's when he says, we already forged all the papers to be for exactly
for that day, so you can't fucking dig another hole.
Exactly. So he's like, all right, I can signal you until you guys want to come up, whatever.
Yeah.
So he's like, send up 30 feet from the rope.
Yep.
Everything was precise.
Yeah.
It was like 320 feet. All right, so now we're going to need 30 more feet of rope.
Yeah.
And they did it with the rope that they measured.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
how they measured the whole 300
Yeah,
feet.
with that little thing, yeah.
Yeah.
On Charlie.
I guess somebody was off.
So Danny finally decides to go. And then he stops halfway through. He's like, nah, I can't do it. I would have been free. I'm like, dude, man, you're blocking up the shit, man. Get the fuck out.
Oh, yeah, they were yelling. They were like, yo, we could have got 20 people out.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck is going on down there?
Well, then the air raid comes.
The air raid, which is a big savior.
That happened in real life, too.
That was a big savior, man.
Well, no, it fucked them a little bit because it delayed them.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it...
Well, because that's what made this guy freak out.
Because once the lights went out, then he freaked out.
Okay.
You know? So then they got that under control, and then that's what also, once the lights came back on, you know, they were like, let's go, and this guy's like, come on, is it going to tell me when? And like, he fucking...
Impatient, like, jerk off. Yeah,
the guy who tripped and the jerk off who couldn't wait.
It was. That dude
fucked it all up.
He did. He fucked it up for everybody.
Everybody
else.
else.
Really could have
for a reason.
Exactly.
Signal. Tug on the rope. But they were supposed to... When the two guys said, all right, we got to get out of here, we have to pass the instructions on down the line to the next guy.
Yeah.
And nobody did that.
Yeah, they just booked.
They just bolted.
Oh, shit, yeah. Good
That's
question.
a good point.
But
Good, man.
the guy did know, the next guy did know, wait for the signal, because the first guy, he got the pull and he went and then he tripped and he's like, oh shit. And then the next guy was waiting and he's like, why isn't anybody signaling me? So somebody got the message.
Right, and that was cool too because when he gets caught, he's like, "Don't shoot!" And then fucking they're about to shoot him, and then Hiltz is like, "Don't shoot!" So the guy turns around and like, books it out. So 76 people got out.
Yeah.
I know these numbers are exactly because of the documentary because this is crazy. 76 people got out, so that's still a fucking impressive number.
That's insane.
That's insane. And that's why he's the greatest.
That's what I was saying. They could have totally got everybody if these guys didn't blow it.
I think as far as once they got to town, they probably all would have got caught.
Yeah, I mean, now you got 250 prisoners
exactly, walking around.
I mean, you're
Everybody
definitely going to be picking them off.
With like clothes, and when they showed the clothes, they were like, he goes, listen, we got the clothes pretty close.
Well, because they also got like 75 of them back, right?
No, the problem was the clothes. Even though like they looked good in the movie, in real life, when they showed them, they were like, yeah, I mean, they look really close to
okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, this is like a fucking, like,
so they did kind of
suit.
Stand out a little bit. Yeah. So now they get to the train or whatever. Stilts, what you call it, Bartlett and his boy, the man from U.N.C.L.E. They get on there and they sit like right across the fucking soldiers and shit like that.
He goes, can you move your feet?
Yeah.
That's
Well, hey.
like that's ballsy. I'm like,
hell yeah, that was bold.
That's how you hide in front
and
of
I thought the same shit. I was like, you know what? It doesn't look conspicuous.
Exactly.
But it's like
they still checked his papers though.
Exactly.
I would have thought that they would have just walked along and been like, oh, no, nobody's going to.
They were not going to sit there, but they did.
And then Henley and
James
the Forger.
Yeah.
No, Henley and Forger are on the train too.
Yeah.
Because they have their own little story going on.
Right.
Everybody has like a little story going on.
Cool.
Hiltz is on the motorcycle. He got the motorcycle. He ties the fucking rope across the shit.
Yeah, choke the guy.
I kind of thought that was going to happen. I thought the guy was going to go flying backwards. I guess they didn't have that tick.
Yeah,
he just slid right underneath it. Yeah.
How did they do
How did that work? Well, I'll just go with it.
Exactly.
Well, I just go with it.
and then James Coburn got the bicycle and everything.
Yeah.
And every time they show his music, it's just like.
Well, mouth slow.
He's having a nice little like tour of the
And then everybody else is like all intense music.
I mean, even like when he gets into the cafe and stuff, it's like, what the hell?
Chill.
It was just like, you got a phone call. I get away from those guys.
But you had that big ass fucking box there. What do you got in there, piano?
Oh,
Yeah, they were like, you can't get that.
The
He's
steamer.
like, I will.
I'm gonna
He's
get
like, it was an Australian steamer or something like that. So he takes the motorcycle in uniform. The officers are checking the IDs. It keeps going back and forth between everybody, whatever. So
yeah,
now,
it's like, what was Steve McQueen thinking? He like went right into the middle of the fucking, Nazis.
now meanwhile, what's his name? Henley and the forger are getting caught.
Yeah.
So they run to the all the way to the fucking the end of the train.
You want to get okay?
and
Yeah,
wanted to
they jump off the plane.
jump off the train. Yeah.
He's like, I prefer you give me a little nudge.
He's like, that was great.
Every time you want to jump.
He's like, nah, just push me. He's like, that was a very good editing scene too because I saw how they did it. And they actually, the only award they won was for editing, which is amazing. Wow. Because, I mean, I gotta say, as much as I love Bonnie and Clyde, and they got all nominated for acting, I thought everybody on this fucking movie was top
definitely.
notch.
Yeah, they did a great job.
I didn't feel like any parts that I felt like were cheesy or you know what I'm saying? Like the acting.
It was very believable.
Yes.
100%.
By the way, Donald Pleasance actually was a POW and was in one of the Stalag Luft 3. Stalag Luft 3.
Okay.
And he was in like 1-2 or 2-1 or something like that in real life. So his plane got shot down. So he went through the whole thing. So I was like, that's pretty cool. Then Hiltz gets recognized in town. They're like, hey, come over here and give the ID. That whole scene, they had no idea how to film it. It wasn't in the script.
Okay.
All
the bus?
No. Not yet. No, not yet.
Okay.
Hiltz. When he comes into town.
Yeah.
And then the guy, the officer's like, hey, come over here, give me your ID.
Yeah.
Steve McQueen wouldn't do the movie unless he got to do a motorcycle scene because he loves his motorcycle.
Yeah.
So they had to figure out how to get a motorcycle scene in there. And then the director didn't know, all right, okay, he wants to go on the motorcycle, but now how do we start the action? And they literally came up with down a spot. How about if somebody wants to ask for his ID or whatever? And that's when he kicks somebody.
Papers, please.
Papers.
Out.
No ticket.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they're chasing him now, and he's hiding behind the thing,
barn.
And then for some reason he takes his uniform off, so I guess he can look
Well,
cool.
because I think he was going into town and he didn't want them to be like, Nancy. He was trying to get into Switzerland so that way he'd be, be protected.
But they almost catch him, but they go a different route. They go up instead of straight.
But then they wind up meeting up with him
meeting
anyway.
up
Yeah,
with
anyway, they surrounded him. Yeah, they had him
What the
surrounded.
fuck? How the fuck did you?
And that's when he had the famous motorcycle. Everybody loves that scene, bro. I love that movie.
But the barricades were huge.
Yeah. It was
Well, there's the borderlines between Switzerland.
That's why I thought they could go up to Switzerland.
Yeah.
So I thought that was the borderline. Once you jumped over that, he was clear.
No, but there was two of them.
And
And they caught him on the second one. They caught him on the second one. The second one was way bigger. So the first one, they said it was like 12 feet.
Holy shit, really?
And, and they asked the stuntman, "Can you do 12 feet?" He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "That was a man-made, a nature-made ramp. They didn't make it. They did exactly on that hill. So there wasn't anything there that made it a ramp.
Oh.
He actually used the hill to jump
That's
it.
cool.
That's what it looked like.
But he was supposed to go a little bit slower, and that's how he would have made it 12 feet. But he wound up going 60.
60?
And he goes 60 miles, made me go 60 feet. And that's how he
Do the
flew.
math.
And the director told him, he said, if you crash land, get up and run toward the fence. Just do that. like he was trying to escape.
Make it,
Yeah, it's like he was trying to, And so now he was scared. He was like, wait, what if I don't make it?
If I crash, what?
What do you mean I don't make it?
But he wanted to doing it, whatever, and then they cut to...
Once again, fuck me, he cleared it.
So now they go to the train or whatever, and that's when they recognize him, and that's when the man from Uncle, they all start running or whatever. And I keep calling him man from Uncle.
I know.
David Cow. He gets shot in the back, whatever. But he's like running from the train, and he gets shot. And then like he slides and then falls off the side
Well,
of the
because
thing.
he sees the two are gonna get caught, so he's like, "Oh shit!" So he distracted the Gestapo.
Yes, that's right.
He shot him. He grabbed his gun and shot him in the chest, and then took off. Yeah.
And when he ran and fell like that, he kind of like slides on his knees, hits forward, and then slides off the track.
Yeah.
And he did that all himself.
And he got up.
Because they had no stunt doubles. They had 4 stunt doubles.
Oh jeez.
They also ran out of actors too. By the end of the movie, they were like, "All right, we're running out of fucking extras." So they had like wardrobe come in, and you're gonna play the 2 French guys behind this coffee can. And you guys are gonna play, the grips. You guys are gonna play the 3 guys.
Like grab that guy who brought the coffee.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
You're gonna be the bad guy that fights him at the end.
Oh, so they grab Cavendish, the guy who did the surveying, or whatever, and they told him that they think he's a spy or whatever.
Right.
They throw him in the room with all the other prisoners that they caught. Yeah, so they send him into the room and you see all the rest of the prisoners that got caught.
Start talking about
Caught. Now it skips over to Henley and the forger trying to steal a plane.
Why?
It's like, man, you went to a Nazi airfield and tried to steal a plane, and you thought that they were just gonna be okay with it.
Man, they did it.
That's what I said. I was like, nobody's chasing it.
That's what I thought. But I thought the 2 guys in the air tower, they were talking over the radio like they're going to get 2 planes out there to shoot them down. That's
think,
what
right?
Yeah, you're right.
They're like, I guess they got the best of us. They earned it.
We lost.
Oh, let it go.
I surrendered. 2 quick stories on that one. One, they used a fucked up old plane because they wouldn't let them use any of the good planes. Yeah. And it was like they were afraid that they weren't even going to be able to fly. And it wound up being a friend of their director that flew the plane. And he's like, don't worry about it. We'll be all right. And then second was that in testing, they could not get the fucking plane to start. They kept cranking it and cranking it because you had to crank it. And they're like, all right, we'll just shoot the scenes, whatever. We got to add sound effects and we'll figure it out afterwards, whatever. And Donald Pleasant, he comes out and he grabs it and he goes, 1, 2, they're like, what the fuck?
That's funny.
He's like, make sure you don't put your head too close. You're going to eat a face full of propeller. Like, damn.
So that plane did not look like it was suited for 2 people. And all of a sudden, it was a side-by-side cockpit. I was like, what the?
Oh, so now the plane is losing power. So that was true. So what it was he had a dummy, the stunt driver, pilot, had a dummy of Donald Pleasant. And it was supposed to be, he was just supposed to crash land the plane or whatever. But he goes, all right, I'll head to the trees or whatever, and I should be able to stop there. And then he wanted to go right in between the trees.
Word.
Fuck this shit up. He did not plan, none of that shit was planned.
Oh, really? The wings getting ripped off?
The wings getting ripped off, all that shit.
Hell yeah.
He goes, all I know,
rolling.
Yeah, he goes, all I know is I woke up, and I had the fucking dummy's head on my lap. I was like, holy fuck. It wasn't on fire. They threw it on fire afterwards.
Oh, okay.
But but that shit was destroyed. It was like, yes, and that was the plane's only movie scene. Like, it was like
The only plane we had.
And he said, luckily we had 3 camelras on that because whenever we did stunts, you always had 3 or 4 cameras.
You one shot at it.
Yeah, and then the blind forger is running out there and it's like, we're over here.
Right, exactly.
He must have heard the guy come up the hill because he couldn't see them.
I'm sure
Well, he saw fuzz.
Yeah, fuzz. Yeah.
So he thought they were because he said, "Look, right over there is we're in Switzerland," So he probably thought that they were safe.
They already crossed over, or whatever. And they shot him. That was a sad scene too. That was his boy, man.
Yeah.
Henley loved that guy, man.
He's like, all this trouble, man.
They were gonna leave him behind because if he's with me, he's gonna be all right. I'll take care of him.
That's another, we forgot to talk about that too, because Bartlett didn't want to take him. Bartlett, he was like, nah, we can't take him. He's a risk.
Too much of a risk. Yep. You're going to get everybody else killed.
He got him there.
That's it. He got him there.
Far. And he even said, thanks for getting me out.
Get me out, exactly.
They captured Hiltz. Because when he does the jump, they shoot it. That was the stunt driver too. They went underneath the barbed wire.
Right.
So the whole crew had to make that barbed wire, even the actors. They had like this plastic thing that they would just pass around, and they just put like every 6 inches they had to put a little thing to make it fake.
Okay.
But they threw in some real barbed wire in there.
It looked like it.
Yeah, just to make it look, And of course, Steve McQueen made it to look real. Got tangled himself up into it.
He's like, that's why I'm not running for all you naysayers.
Then we cut over to James Coburn. I thought it was an Italian restaurant, Italian coffee place. Until at the end. Well, at the end of the scene. The way they were talking, he was like, who is it? I don't know. But it looked like it was a French place. And Nazis come over there.
Bonjour, bye.
That was like, no, but that was so unexpected. That was such a great
You
scene.
said revolution?
Oh, yeah, well,
You got a phone call.
yeah, there you go. Let's get to the CEO. What's up? What is he? Yeah, we got a phone call?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he goes, he's like, what the fuck is calling me? And all of a sudden, they just like kind of duck underneath this thing.
Yeah, he was like, hello.
And then he sees them, he's like,
Oh, I'm gonna duck too.
Yeah, exactly. No, but at least they were like, get away from them. Come over here and go get the phone.
Let them guys.
it was really cool.
He's like, with resistance? And they're like, yeah. And he's like, I'm trying to get to Spain. And they're like, we know the guy.
Yeah, we know a guy. That's what I'm saying. They acted more like Italians and shit like that. Drive-bys and fucking cappuccinos.
But he set them up with champagne in the morning.
Oh, the Nazis, yeah. Oh, good catch. So
Now,
Bartlett and his boy are getting on the bus.
and they're talking, and it's like, so before that even happened, they're doing a mock, right, of them going through the customs. And he starts saying something, he goes, yeah, he said something in English. And he goes, yeah, thank you. He goes, see, don't talk in English.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, early in the movie.
Yeah, early in the movie, he said that. And then
He's like, why, thank you.
Fuck. And he's like, yeah, he goes, blah, 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 blah. In French, yeah. He goes, good luck. Thank you. Get him out of here.
Yeah,
He's like,
oh
I
my
just told you
So in
not
context-
to fucking do that.
That's like some Warner Brothers shit.
Totally.
But in context, because it wasn't really explained, was that they were talking French to them. He was like, parlez-vous français?
See?
And they kept going back and forth, and they were literally letting them go. They literally had the chance to go.
Yep.
And then the British, the Nazi officer, whatever, Gestapo, says to the guy, oh, and good luck. And he says, oh, thank you. And he fucking went out of character, and boom, you got caught.
That's what bothers me, because I'm like,
Blew it.
you fucking blew
I
it.
was so mad.
And
I
I'm
was
pretty
like,
sure-
dude,
was
you
it-
guys were the smartest fucking guys there. And
But he was the one that warned the other guy not to do it. Yeah, he's like, don't get caught up with that. You know?
Oh,
And then
shit,
he wound up
yeah.
doing it.
He's
Good
like,
point,
you
yeah.
stupid motherfucker.
See, Bartlett shouldn't be hanging out. Bartlett would have got away.
Yes, he did.
Bartlett was a fucking genius.
Yes.
That
And
dude was a fucking genius.
then he spoke German, and they let him go.
No, it was French. They were talking French.
No, after.
Oh, about before that.
No. He's saying when
afterwards.
he was by
When he got-
himself and he was running away, and then that car
Oh, yeah,
came
yeah,
up,
yeah.
and they
That
were
was
like,
before that, yeah.
"You're an American." He's like,
Oh, no, you're right.
American?
Yeah. They're running. That's right.
Yeah.
They were running. They didn't get caught.
He's like, "Are you calling me American? I'm freaking German." And they were like, "Oh, okay, all right, let him go."
And then the next, then they catch him.
Yeah, he walks around the corner, and the guy's like, "Your German's really good."
But your French is good as well.
Slap with the glove.
So I just want to do this.
So now they're in the truck.
Yeah, the back of the truck.
Man, this destroyed me, man. When they stopped the truck.
But also, before that happened, he goes into they all get caught. One of them gets caught, and they go into the bunker, and there's like 15 of them in there. And they're like, oh, I would say it was nice to see you, but
That was the earlier scene. I talked about that. When they caught, what's his name? Cavendish. When they
Okay.
thought that the surveyor, with the mustache, they
Right.
thought he was just, they were interrogating him. We think you're a spy, and then they send him into the room, and you see all the other prisoners that were there, and they all got caught. All the people that got caught.
I digress.
So now they're in there, and they're talking about
truck?
everything. And then, they're starting, and they're like, once they stop the truck, and they're in the meadow, they're like, yeah, we have a couple of miles ago. I was like, fuck, man, no way.
First I thought it was a
I
different
knew.
driver, and they were going to get away. Because I'm like, why the truck slowing down?
No, once
And
they
they're going a
said,
different
get
route.
out of
I
the
got
truck,
fooled.
I was like, oh,
I
they
got
get
fooled.
off.
I got fooled. But then they opened the door, like you said.
And well, there's also, through the whole movie, you figure like they always had this like respect for them and everything, but this time they were fucked.
No, but there was the Gestapo this time. That
Oh
happened.
no, well here it goes. He goes further than that. Aha.
You know what?
He goes further than that.
Okay.
Hitler wanted all of them shot. Everybody in the prison camp.
Oh.
Everybody did.
Oh.
He was tired of this bullshit. He's like, we're putting too much resources and money into fucking capturing these prisoners.
Look at him.
Hitler told him, kill fucking everybody. Hitler's right-hand man, a very famous guy, Heinlein or something like that. Heinlein. He told them, you can't do that. If you do that, you're going to fuck with all the neutral countries that they're going to get pissed off now and they're going to join out the Allied side.
We're really going to be fun.
So, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's the worst mistake you could do. So he said, all right, do 50.
Isn't it Heinrich Himmler?
Something like that. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That sounds exactly right. He said only do 50. And it wasn't like that in the movie and like in real life.
Right.
What they did was they stopped 10 people at a time. I mean, there was like 10 people there in that scene.
Yeah.
But the point of it was that Bartlett was there and everything. Right. And then, once they hear the fucking gun, the gun crank up and shit like that.
Yeah, he's like, I can't wait. I'll have fancy a nice smoke when I get back. Go.
Yeah.
He's like, I guess not.
I think about it, if it was like a movie for today, they probably would have showed everything.
Yeah.
And it was just so horrible. Just to me, all I was saying was I was mad at the person who fucking recommended this movie for me for years. I was like, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah, right?
It wasn't a great escape. It wasn't great.
Yeah, exactly. It was a great attempt.
I was so fucking I literally thought they were gonna get away. Like at least a couple of half of them would get away. But
no, a couple of them got returned.
Only three of them got away.
Three made it.
No, got returned.
Oh, it was 11.
11 got
11,
returned.
Yep.
And 3 made it out.
3 made it out.
The fucking,
the people on the boat. Yeah.
The 2 in the rowboat.
Yeah, that was
and the one guy
Charles
from
Bronson. So now remember, his character was the one who helped with the sets.
Okay, yeah.
Which made sense.
Right.
And then the other 2 was a Norway guy.
Oh, 4.
No, it's 3. Yeah. No, because I don't think there was 2 people in the boat.
Yeah, there was 2
people.
No, in the movie.
In
real life.
I'm talking about the movie.
In real life.
Okay.
Right now, because they showed Coburn.
Goes to Spain.
The one goes to Spain. And the 2 people in the boat that went up on the ship.
Oh, yeah. That was it. Yeah, you're right. My bad. My math is off. Yeah, so now they come back or whatever, and they take the remaining 11. They bring them back to the whatever. They're like, what happened to the other guys? He goes, well, they shot them. And he's like, how many wounded?
Wounded.
None.
50.
No.
He said, how many wounded? 50.
He said, how many? No, he said, how many wounded? He goes, how many shot?
50.
50. How many wounded? None. That's why you're like, he had
to get it out of him too, because he didn't want to tell him.
He didn't want to tell him. He didn't want that.
Yeah.
Well, because you see, shortly after he gets fired. And,
And again, like I said, there was a camaraderie. After that happened, this was a huge thing, and there was redemption after this. But when that happened, none of the prisoners even talked to the soldiers. They would talk all the time. They were, like I said, camaraderie. They wouldn't talk to anybody. It was so dark.
I bet.
Like they didn't want to fucking deal with these motherfuckers. They were so fucking mad at them.
I'm surprised they didn't retaliate.
And it was because it was unheard of.
Yeah.
And that was the big deal about this movie. It was like, I didn't fucking know about this, but this is huge in history about this fucking murdering of 50 fucking... Me neither. That's why I was like, I kept digging in fucking hole. I was like, oh my God, this is this. The scene comes in where the guy's doing the roll call.
Right.
And he's telling them, and that happened in real life, that the guy...
Yeah, he gave him the paper with all the names.
With all the names. And that happened in real life, that he literally went down every name that was there, and everybody was just fucking heartbroken. He was like, damn, my fucking friend. Yeah. Everybody's friends were fucking killed or whatever.
Yeah, and then they posted it, so that way they could check it.
And, whatchamacallit? So in real life, once they found out about this, the British embassy sent out, British special forces or special units or whatever, did a huge investigation. And I believe it was 13 people they found guilty. And they hung them all. Wow. All the soldiers that killed them.
Wow.
So again, you think of Nazi Germany, right? It was like, no, they did that shit. The Germans, they killed their own people because they broke the law. Exactly. And again, the other thing was that they didn't like Hitler. They were done with Hitler.
So what the fuck? What the fuck you killed them for?
I know. I'm like, I can't wait to watch more shit about this. It's so interesting.
Well, yeah, especially at the end, nobody was supporting this guy. That's why he wound up killing himself. Yeah. Everybody was closing in on him. Exactly.
I initially thought that they only shot the one guy because he said, if we catch you again, we're going to kill you.
Yeah.
It won't be pretty. Then he said, you're going to be really sorry that you made it go through all the trouble.
Mm-hmm. We're going to make you write 100 times I will not try to escape again.
9.
No, you really are sorry.
And when it's a 50, I'm like, whoa.
Henry makes it. He got returned back. And then the first thing he was like, what happened to him? What happened to him?
Yeah.
And they were like, nah, I didn't make it.
They're like, lists over there.
And where'd he go? Back in the cooler.
Oh, no. Well, that was Henley. Henley, we're talking about. Now Hiltz comes in. Now the car comes in. And Hiltz comes out.
Every time a car comes in, I'm like, who the fuck is it?
So Hiltz comes out, and then he sees the colonel or whatever. And he's like, I guess I'm going to see Berlin before you. Because the guy goes to salute him. He's like, don't salute him.
Yeah, he doesn't work with him.
That's the Gestapo.
He got fired. Yeah,
that's the Gestapo.
Okay.
That's fucking straight up Nazi.
Right.
Nazi. But, yeah, he's like, I guess I'm going to see fucking Berlin before you or whatever. And that's it, he's gone. And then, right back to the cooler, they throw him his fucking glove. And he goes back in there with no problem. So he was the point of that ending. Because I was like, all right, it kind of ended off like, all right, let's do this again tomorrow.
Yeah.
But nobody said anything about the tunnels to the guy who took over.
Oh, no, I'm sure they knew.
I'm sure.
There was a report. They lost fucking 76 people.
Okay,
there was a full report on
somebody,
that. Yeah, there was a full report. Yeah, there was a full report on that.
Okay, got you. Please proceed.
Yeah, so they were saying that the point of the movie, the point of the ending was, first of all, Hollywood was not liking that ending. They were just like, you fucking killed 50 fucking of the heroes in this fucking story.
And then put the hero in prison. Back in prison.
And the point of it was that, you know what, we're never going to give up. We're America, and we're going to keep going.
As long as there's one left.
We're going to keep going. And that was the kind of point of it, was that, listen, and the other point was that we did win that because Bartlett got what he wanted. He wanted to embarrass the Nazis and the Germans, and he did, because he got 76 fucking people out of that prison that was supposed to be escape-proof.
Yeah, and also if you like you mentioned, how many resources they had to
resources they had to get off of the line or whatever.
Yeah,
and that was every escape camp had that same every prison camp had that same mentality. Right. It was like, everybody wanted to get back in the war. There were all officers that were all like hardcore. Let's fucking do this, man. I want to get back and fucking start killing me some Nazis.
Mm-hmm. I want my scalps.
Exactly. And after reading that, watching that documentary and seeing that, they got paid for it, the last guy didn't get caught until 70-something, like 72.
Wow.
What?
And then he went to prison. They didn't hang him.
What, the last Nazi or the last Nazi that was involved with that? Or German that was
the last German that was involved. Anybody who killed them was...
Oh, you mean the 50?
That killed the 50.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where did they find them? In Argentina?
No, I don't know. I forgot where he said they found them, but they did.
No, a lot of the Nazis fled out that way to hide.
The guy was saying, who's a historian, and he said, you can make a whole other movie on, and there's supposed to be a book about it, I'm going to seek it out, on how they found all the people that were involved. Like, it was very extensive. Like, it was kind of like, was that Munich?
Oh, yeah.
It was something like that, where, like, they just had, like, these agents all over the place, and just finding out witnesses, like, oh, yeah, this guy was here.
Oh, he said something about that?
Yeah, exactly. Wow. So I was like, and again, I was just, this is such a part of history. And here's another thing that's great, the British... I forgot what they call them, the British Air Force.
Royal Air Force?
Royal Air Force, there you go. They have 3 big tombstones with all the names of the 50.
Wow.
And the anniversary, they always fucking do a 50-gun salute or whatever.
Oh, nice.
I was like, right? It was like, man, it totally changes the way you think about the movie now, right? You're like, holy shit.
Yeah, if they made that movie now, they probably would have added that in the end, like showing you the
showing the thing,
like that.
They're dedicated to the 50th.
They did, and that was
the credit.
Like right before the credits.
That still was a big deal. And this was the movie that got people interested into World War II. Because there was a couple
then the Duke got involved. WWII.
There was that one big movie that's another movie that's I think it's longer than this one. It's like 3.5. Black and white World War II movie. Huge movie. I've never seen it.
Was it like 1960?
No, it's called like not D-Day. I forgot what it's called. But it's like it goes all the planes and everything. It was a huge movie.
Good piece of history. I got a good lesson out of that one.
Right? Especially, like I said, once you find out that it was all real.
Yeah, I told you, I watched the whole thing and I just like, come on. They got themselves a cart with wheels. And I'm like, look at all that wood they used.
And they were so innovative.
I was so pissed off. I'm like, nobody made it out? Out of all the
That's what my initial thing was too. That was me.
I'm like, shit. Initially, those 50 that got shot should have not got shot and put back into the camp.
Yeah, I felt like
if I was supposed to do.
That's what they would have done. But fucking Hitler was an asshole.
If I escaped that, I would have hid out somewhere like in a barn for like a day or two before attempting to go to the train. You know, because everybody's gonna watch the trains. You're trying to escape. So you gotta wait a little bit and then go for it.
I definitely, like I said, if you had 250 people trying to do the same,
where was they going?
Like, where's everybody come from? Look at New York subway.
I was gonna say, it looks like that exodus that happened from like South America when everybody was walking up to America, through Mexico and shit.
Oh, I think it's in South Africa. I was like, how did they get to America from South Africa?
That water. No. They drove. They drove over the water.
I don't even know what the rating system is going to be on this one.
What, baseballs?
I'll be baseball.
Go to prison? I gave a couple, man. It's not science. Just throwing out,
I got baseball, man. Yeah,
baseball.
Baseball's a huge part because every time he's just throwing his baseball, keep himself busy.
I wish it was shorter, but you needed to know that shit. If it wasn't so fucking long, I'd give it fucking 4 because it was not that good. Because there was a lot of history behind it. There was a lot of action, and it just kept you guessing the whole time. What could happen? What could happen?
I bet you if you watch it again, you're gonna definitely put up your rating because it moves so much faster once you know who the characters are.
Right, exactly.
Because the problem is too with it, the length. Is that the movie starts and like you said, it's right off the bat. Everybody do. So like when I saw it the second time, I was like, oh shit, that was I was trying to jump into the thing. Oh, that was him trying to jump into that thing. And then unless you knew the actor, the famous actor, then you'd be like, okay, now I recognize. But you didn't recognize his character and who he's going to be later on in the movie because everybody had a character and everybody was, what I'm saying. So it's like you like all the characters by the time the movie's over.
I'm gonna go 3.5 baseballs. 3.5 baseballs. Because it was, like I said, it was enjoyable. I liked the movie. I was very intertwined with the characters, like you said. The characters are awesome. You learned a lot about history, which you told me about.
You learned afterwards.
You learned after history. A lot. When you watch, you're going to know. So, like I said,
we're probably like the only 3 people in America that didn't watch this movie. Well, I mean, no, it's not true, but it's one of those up there where like everybody says, "How the fuck did you not see this?"
How do you have a podcast and not see that?
Yeah, exactly. But now Gen X probably only half of us probably saw it.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened. I was like talking to a bunch of older people. I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm a movie butt. If I watch movies like 20 times and all that kind of stuff. And they started sounding off all these movies. I was like, all right, let's move on to like 90s and above. Because you keep throwing this shit 80s. Well, even the 80s, I'm missing a lot of gaps, So,
not a lot. There's a few that we're gonna get the next season.
So
I got some good ones for the 80s.
Or that I didn't watch like that. Like like I know movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna be using the same format that I'm using here for the 80s.
Okay.
Like movies that we should see.
So like perfect example, like Chud. Like I know I've seen it, I just don't remember anything about it.
I bought it and I was like, you should.
No, but I'm just saying like there's a lot of 80s movies that I know I saw it. I just saw it once and I don't remember anything about it.
There's certain movies in the 80s.
Good stuff or whatever that is.
Oh, the stuff.
Yeah, the stuff.
That's another story.
See, that's what I said. I know I see things.
Chud people love that fucking movie, and I was just like, it's got a couple of great scenes, but I was like, it was boring to me. I was just like, I remember, but it was one of those movies of its time.
Yeah, exactly.
When I saw it at the time, because it's very New York.
Yeah.
And I love that shit. All right, what do you got there?
I got about 3.5 as well, baseballs. I think maybe, like you said, if I saw it again, I'd probably give it a 4,
I 100%.
I felt like, towards the middle, I was like, all right. Let's go. When's this great escape gonna happen? No, but then by the end, I didn't mind that it was so long. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
like you start getting into it again. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I said I think if I watched it again, I'd probably have a different, rating of it and stuff. But yeah, I mean, just like I said, the disbelief on everything is just like, how you going to get treated like
and
that?
It was real.
How is this a prison?
And now you know it's real.
I gave you, I built this prison for all these people that are known escape artists.
Did it, man.
And there was like a billion ways to escape it.
and that was the other thing too, is that it was the great minds of all these different countries. So it wasn't a U.S. straight mind.
Yeah.
It was U.S., Australia,
Europe,
Britain, Canada. I went. Well, again, I had a different experience with you guys because I watched it and then I was just so. And you guys remember how I get when I like something, like I'll start diving into shit, and just the history of it, and then know. And again, I probably kind of like, I was watching it as a movie. When I was watching it, I was like, wow, very convenient that this happened. But it all fucking happened, and that's what's crazy about it. The drama shit, like the motorcycle shit, that was obviously added. Little comedy stuff in there, that was added. And to think that, the biggest hurdle that this director had to go through was when making a prisoner of war movie,
right?
How do you make it entertaining?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not dreary. And it was never dreary until last fucking.
That's what I was saying. It was like Camp Cupcake, man. That was like,
And that bothered me too.
I think I would have paid to go in there for the summer.
And I kept thinking about that. And I was like, the first thing I said to the person they recommended to me, I was like, "Yo, I would be alright with staying there."
As I said, if I ever got taken to prison, I'd be like, "Can I go there?"
But on the other hand, when you find out that they didn't want to sit out the war. They wanted to go back out there. They wanted to fucking defeat the fucking Nazis.
No, I'm just saying if I had to be in a prison, please treat me like that.
Treat me like that, yeah, right? That's like federal fucking in the ass.
That's what I was saying. It's like Camp Cupcake.
But yeah, shit, man. Like I said, I probably would have gave it the same scores as you did the first time I saw it without that information. After that information, I'd go 4.5, man. I went fucking hard on this one. Yeah. I fucking when I watched it the second time, first of all, like I said, it flew by. Because now you know where it's going. Yeah. And I was telling him, I was like, every long movie is like that. The first time you watch it, just kind of like, all right, damn, something going on. Even like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The first time I saw it in the theater, I was just like, it was great because it was like a bunch, I felt like it was a bunch of snippets or whatever. And I was like, all right, man, where's this going?
It's funny too because it kept going, and I was like, it started getting late, and I'm like, damn, I gotta get to bed, man. And it's like, and then they put him back in the prison at the end. I was like, that wasn't the Great Escape yet. I didn't know they were just gonna end it like that. I was like, oh my god, you gotta go again. I was like, I gotta go to bed, man.
Yeah, so 4.5 baseballs. I ended with that, man. Listen, man, we did 2 of them so far. Yeah. Proud of you guys, especially you, Jay.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And hit the bell icon in the bottom so you know all the episodes that to come out when we put them out.
And we're going to be putting out some freaking great movies coming up. I mean, movies that I've never seen, they've never seen. So this is different season than all the other ones. So I definitely recommend you hang out, check this out. Because especially if they're movies you were curious about, I'm like, am I going to like this movie? We'll let you know. Because by the way we talk about it, you see how enthusiastic we get when we talk about it compared to when we watch it alone. But check us out again.